Te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
All right, listen, Masters of None, episode 263. Justin's about to give you guys all motion sickness by moving this camera around, but it's okay. We've been out. Damn, I feel like we've been out for multiple weeks, and that's not the case whatsoever. We were out for 1 week, but then we didn't do one the week before that. So we're like almost bi-weekly right now.
Oh, because I was out of town.
You were out of town.
I was out of town.
Then we came back. We did an
How do you like that?
episode.
Is that better?
Dude, are you kidding me?
Can we talk about our tans?
That might be the best frame we've ever had.
Yo, come on. Hello. How come I don't hear myself?
You have your snare in?
Can they hear me? There's no snare on my headphones.
Well, hold on. Say something.
Something.
They could hear you.
Okay. Oh, it's probably my headphones. Yep. There it is.
Bingo.
Bingo, bango. So,
Note to self, a couple refreshers for the studio. We're definitely going to need new headphones.
yeah, we need some new headphones. These things are beat to shit, bro.
Dude, we wore these headphones down
For
to
like
the
3
bone.
years.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yo, so first of all, I want to talk about my tan. Let's talk about my tan real
Dude,
quick.
you came back from vacation.
I'm somebody else, bro. I got pulled over.
Did you?
I'm telling you right now, it's crazy. Yo, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. I gotta switch this. I'm gonna switch the camera real quick.
Yeah, show them your wrist.
Look at this. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is a tan line right here. You see what I'm saying? This is a tan line. You guys should see if I drop my drawers, you fucking go blind.
Dude, and
You know what I'm
that goes through all that fur he's got too.
That's right. You see this? I gotta, this isn't even shaved. Like usually to get a real tan, I gotta shave like I'm getting a tattoo.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is that you got enough hair to like directionalize it. Like you could comb that bitch in a certain direction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta part this, man. You crazy?
Yeah.
When I come out of the shower, it's crazy.
You probably look like Chewbacca, right? Everything just lays.
I just look like a wet dog, and then I just dry it and fluff it up, and it comes back to life.
I
you know
never
what I'm
even
saying?
thought about that. It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So before we get too far into this, I got to give Berto the ultimate props and credit right now. We almost weren't even able to do an episode.
I looked at Justin before the episode started. I said, "Oh, we're not gonna be able to do an episode today."
And I said, what? I was like, I'm posting an Instagram story right now. I was like, what do you mean?
What up, Ray?
You know? So yeah, we, there was an issue with the computer not recognizing the capture card. New computer that Berto built because he's a savage. If I had the ability, I would take a camera and I would point it at that thing because it looks like anything but a computer. It looks like a time machine. It looks like it possibly hovers or drives really fast. It does not look like a computer. It looks like I have never seen nothing like it. But
join the Discord to see images of said workstation. I'm gonna be uploading a picture tonight after the episode of the complete build because now it's done.
that's fire. So do that. Make sure you guys check that out because it's really fire. We should probably do a video on that. A video you talking about it or some shit. We should do that. But anyway, so it wasn't recognizing it and we were about to bail. I was about to make a story and be like, sorry guys, we're not doing an episode tonight. But he just miraculously figured this shit out. He's like, oh, these two things, they use the same lane, whatever that means. He unplugged something in from like the motherboard and then plugs it in another part of the motherboard and then unhooks something else and the shit just starts working. I was like,
And
what?
just like that, we're in it to win it.
I'm like, if all I have to contribute to this show is purple shorts, I'm about to be laid off. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you're more than just shorts, dude.
Dude, I feel like I'm just shorts today.
You're more than just purple shorts.
All right, I appreciate you because that's what I feel like today. Just
No.
just purple shorts and a red cup and a cool tan. That's about it.
You got something nobody could ever take away from you.
And what's that?
You're incredibly handsome.
Get out of here, bro.
And you
Don't
got
listen
an
to this
amazing
guy.
personality.
That I'll take, man.
Yeah. But
That I'll
you're
take.
also the Puerto Rican Jason Statham.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know about that, bro.
You're Jackson Statham.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the closest I can think of.
Jackson Statham.
Because you couldn't be Juan Statham, right? And you couldn't be Jose Statham. Okay, never mind. You're Jose Statham.
Jose Statham.
Yeah.
I'll take
also
it, dude.
sounds like a wicked shortstop, right?
I'll take it, dude. He does a movie called El Crank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, what's up with these actors that do so many cool movies and then like towards the end of their career, or not even towards the end of their career, because he wasn't in the end of his career when he did Crank, but like at some point they just do these like one-off weirdo movies that like they definitely their homeboy produced or something.
Yeah, he started doing those like early on, and it kind of became his thing. I like those stupid movies he's in, like Crank and The Transporter. He's always got some guy. I saw a comedian talking about it. He's like, this guy always has a job. It's like his movie is just his job.
Was
you know?
The Transporter supposed to be a weird one?
I don't know, but it ended up being cool. He pulls it off. It's like if anybody else did Jim Carrey movies, it would not be funny. Imagine a different comedian as The Mask. It wouldn't work.
No, those wouldn't work. Samuel L. Jackson's one of those guys, though. I feel like he's done a lot of shit movies.
Yeah, he has done. He has done a lot of shit movies, but he's done some of the greatest of all time. So it's like, what? He's in Pulp Fiction, but then he's in like Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's his agent?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoever he is, he's connected to the guy who wrote that How to Be a Wizard or whatever that movie, that 007 meets Harry Potter movie he did. And they locked that motherfucker into like a 3-movie deal because he ended up doing like the sequel too.
Wait, there's a 007 meets Harry Potter?
Yeah, dude.
What do you mean?
And
it's like a Marvel versus Capcom?
It's like 007 meets it. Like the story is kind of like wizards and detectives, you know? But also at the same time, he plays like Batman's Alfred or 007's whoever the dude was that gave him the pens a shot.
Yeah, that gave him like the shoe with the knife in it and shit, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a British name. I just can't think. It's some English name I can't think of.
That's a very interesting observation that character really is like parallel to Alfred.
Yeah, that's the same fucking guy.
Yeah, that's Alfred too.
Yeah, their resumes are very similar.
Like if they were both played by the same guy, I'd get it. I'd be like, oh, this is his 9 to 5, and the other one's his like, you know, his 4 to 12.
Yeah, it's his 3
you know
to
what I'm
11.
saying? Yeah, it's his 3 to 11.
He gets night diff with Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Batman fights crime at night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. That's funny as hell.
Can you imagine you telling Batman, I just gave this to James. James didn't have a problem with this.
Right.
It came out of his shoe perfect every time. Doesn't jam for James, but for you, it jams. All right, I'll take the shoe back. Give me take it off now.
Yeah. Yo, this is a very funny concept that I really appreciate it. Like, you know, he goes to James Bond and James Bond's like, I want to fly. Why you make this dude fly? You give him like a cape and shit. He's like, how come I don't get a belt? And he's like, well, a belt is a little too obvious. You can't be walking in as a spy. You're a double agent. You can't fly into the scene.
Yeah, he's a bat, James.
Yeah.
He's a bat. That's his thing.
He's like, you get to drink.
Yeah.
All right, how about that? Shaken, not stirred. Batman doesn't get to drink. If he was throwing him back, it would be a different story.
You want dead parents?
Yeah, exactly. And he bodied his parents in front of him.
Yeah.
You know?
Craziness. But, dude, there's so many things to talk about.
Yeah, let's get it.
First things first, we were out last week. We were out on vacation. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, man. We were out. We did the Universal thing.
Did the Universal thing?
Did some Disney.
Yeah.
You know, the Hollywood Studios, which was fire. Yeah, it was awesome. We went to the beach. How about that time when we were at the beach and there were dolphins in the water with us? There were dolphins, live dolphins, because we went on the Gulf side, the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
All right, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it
okay?
fucked up.
We were swimming in the Gulf of America.
Yes, sir.
All right, so just get it in 2025. That's a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's big.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
it's the first year of the Gulf of America. It's brand new.
First time I ever seen dolphins there, too.
That's what I'm saying. The dolphins came to where it's great.
There was no dolphins there before.
They came to where it's great.
Now it's the Gulf of America all of a sudden.
No dolphins before, dolphins now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. You picked up exactly.
We brought the dolphins.
During the last administration, there wasn't a single dolphin.
None.
Now there's too many, they're telling me.
Yeah.
They're worried. Too many dolphins. The children, they're riding them. They're riding the dolphins.
Real life flipper. What
Yeah.
can I say?
Who would have known, right? Who would have known? The waters are great. I knew.
Yes.
I knew. Yeah,
So,
but it was crazy.
it was
Those
a great
dolphins
trip.
in the water. It was crazy once we identified them as dolphins. There was a brief moment where they could have been fucking sharks. And
Yes.
everybody... Dude, there's a point where... I'm going to tell you guys, it paints a picture of what happens when dolphins appear and you're in the fucking water.
When they appear 10 yards from
Yeah.
you.
Everybody in the water just shifts.
Yeah.
And it almost becomes like eerily silent. I remember I was talking to I was talking to my wife and I'm having a conversation and she's like, oh snap, look at that. Everybody's staring over there. What are they looking at? And I was like, I don't know what they're looking at because I had my back towards them. And I turn around and everybody's just looking in one direction. And then all of a sudden, I see a dorsal fin come up out the ground. And I said, oh shit, honey, get the kids. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too, because I told our friend's son, I was like, I don't know about these waters. I was like, they're too warm. I was like, if you start seeing a dorsal fin, I was like, say something.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, the white guy next to me put his goggles on when he seen the dorsal fin. He said, oh shit, poof, put them on and just started walking, like swimming towards it.
Yeah. There were crazy people trying to go and meet the wild animal, you know? But it was really, really cool. It was interesting, man. It was a great trip. Great trip. The Airbnb was incredible. You know,
it seems like Florida's set up now for that move. You think I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day about the Airbnb bubble not being like a thing anymore and how you can't really make crazy bread off of it. Like when Airbnb first came out, motherfuckers were hitting licks. But after the Airbnb that we just stayed in, I think I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, what they ended up, well, they didn't, it was an incredible deal that we got.
Yeah, that's true.
It was an incredible deal, but I think what really hurt them was that hotel tax that got put on Airbnb. That never was a thing because you were renting out a property you own. Mm-hmm. But then, you know, they started really impacting the hotel industry. And, you know, the hotel industry there's important people that are invested in the hotel industry.
Well, yeah, I think that also comes from the market taking a shift, right? Where it comes from individuals renting out their home for extra cash on the side to corporations buying as many homes as they can in order to Airbnb them because the hotels are taking such a hit.
Yeah, it's right. It seems that way because we stayed on kind of a compound that had, you know, many homes on it. And it seemed that they were all part of this company.
Yeah, this wasn't a dude's house.
Yeah.
Even the house, it's completely designed for like, it's all themed like video games. The house that we got, it was all video game themes. The first floor was like all Super Mario. Then the second floor, they had Zelda, Pokemon, Halo.
Yep.
All these different style rooms. Another Pokemon room. I mean, another Super Mario room. So that wasn't somebody's crib.
No, it wasn't. There was a gaming room with a foosball table, an air hockey table. It had 2 Nintendo Switches, an Xbox, 2 TVs.
Crazy.
You know, it was legit. It was really legit. So yeah, it was a great trip. It was a great trip. We ate so well.
Dude.
We ate well, hung out. We played golf down there. You know, we played golf down there and twice.
Played golf twice.
Yeah. And it was different. When you step on a course and there's signs that say, watch out for gators and poisonous snakes, it's kind of a different vibe. You don't really hike out into the high grass looking for your golf balls anymore. Instead, you just kind of leave them there and you take a drive.
Yeah. It is. And then when you step on that course with a broken toe and a tight golf shoe.
Yeah, tell the
it's something
people.
Else. So, me and 3 of my manliest friends were swimming in a very manly swimming pool. And there was a manly flamingo floaty that was like a donut. And I was challenged to jump through said flamingo. Yeah. And as a man, I don't take any challenge lightly, all right? And I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, supporters of Master and None, that I'm a competitor, all right?
He was committed.
I am a competitor. I like to commit myself 100%. You know, man left behind, all that. Loyal to the soil. So I tried to jump through the fucking flamingo. Somehow, some way, my toe got caught in it, and I broke my fucking pinky toe like day 3. I did 15,000 steps the next day in Disney with a broken toe. Fucking crazy.
Yo, that shit looked like a purple fingerling potato.
It was disgusting.
That shit was...
I never even took a picture of it. That's how disgusting it was. Dude, I knew I broke it immediately.
Yo, but he didn't say anything. He just went in the corner of the pool, low key, like a kid taking a shit. Like a toddler shitting. And then it wasn't for a while. I was like, yo, what are you doing? And then he like came back over and we're chilling. And then it was probably 45 minutes later or something. This guy takes that thing out of the water and is like ow, this shit hurts. And we're like, what the hell happened to that thing?
I had to let it be known. I'm hurt.
Yeah, you are. You were hurt. You were hurt.
I was seeing if I could swim it off. And
Yeah,
then
you
when
definitely.
when I pulled that puppy out the water and I seen the color it had taken.
Dude, that thing, the next day, that thing was going black. This guy starts saying the funniest shit I ever heard. He's like, you guys are laughing. I'm about to lose this thing. I might not have this thing at the end of the
It was
trip.
so black, I swore it was like dead. Like whatever.
It was like necrotic.
Yes.
You know?
Dude, it looked like I was diabetic and like I was showing signs of whatever diabetics go through when they start losing toes.
Yeah, bro. It definitely looked like there was circulation issues. I don't know what was going on, but it's better now. It's getting better at least, right?
I the second I came home, the next day I trained.
Yeah. Yeah. But that doesn't tell me if it's getting better.
Well,
That just tells me that you're kind of just going about your life.
yeah, no, I don't put shoes on or anything like that just yet. If that's what you're asking me. If you're asking me if I'm wearing shoes, no, I'm not wearing shoes yet.
This guy was Birkenstocked out for the rest of the trip. He was taking them shits off our roller coasters and sitting on them.
I'm so stupid. I
That's
don't
just so
understand how
funny.
that happens.
And I'll have you know, I followed up and successfully completed said through the donut.
Justin went through. Everybody else went through the donut first try. I'm the only one that hurt himself getting through it. But you know what? This isn't the first time I broke this one, so I was pretty.
You were ready.
I was ready for it.
He was ready. He
No
understood
big
it. He
deal.
recognized it. He knew what was going on. And he didn't panic.
No, I didn't panic. It
But
is what
yeah,
it is. We should
it was
get
funny.
into the stories. Even
Yeah.
though it is, I did want to talk about that.
That's
I do want-
fucking hysterical. Dude.
Yeah, dude, it was still purple up until like yesterday. I think today's the first time. Oh no, still a little. It's still fat.
Yeah, that thing is like a little salchicha now, bro.
Somebody seen it while I was training and asked me about it.
Get out of here, yeah?
They said, "Yo, that thing looks mangled. What happened there?"
And you're like, no big deal. You're like, just jumping through a donut flotation device in Florida.
Yeah,
No big deal.
That's the same way I told the story here is the same way I told it over there. I was like, me and three of my manliest friends, aggressors, you know,
Hunters.
yeah, alphas,
Warriors.
yeah.
Don't let the flamingo tubes. It's fine. But something about that trip that actually ties into one of our stories.
All right,
So on the way there,
I'm gonna grab a seltzer. I put a seltzer in the fridge for myself.
go ahead. You got a seltzer for me up there?
Let me see. I think I have a Pepsi in there.
So am I going to tell this story right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I fuck it?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
I thought it would be easiest to do it.
No, it's fine. All right, so we're flying there, right? Luckily we flew out of no, I'm good. We flew out of the airport that's near us. So it was super quick. You know, we didn't have to drive to JFK or anything like that, or LaGuardia, God forbid, Newark, Jesus. So
Might as well tell them what the fucking airport.
yeah, MacArthur Airport. So it's quick. And we flew Southwest. So we fly Southwest. On the way there, of course, everybody's nice and comfy. Everybody's chilling. And who do they sit next to me? They sit, this 350-pound stud sits next to me. I'm talking about flooding into my seat, could not put the armrest down. The shit was up the whole time. I was sitting like this, like my legs together like this to the side. That's how I sat the whole flight, like this. I'm gonna show you guys. I sat like this the entire flight, and she was just in my seat the entire time. She was very nice, very lovely. You know, I'm sure she's sweet. Had a fresh Caesar. Shit was, you know, she was.
Oh, her fucking shape up was fresh.
And she was very nice. I had no problems. But the fact you were flooding into my seat is crazy as hell.
Yeah.
It's crazy as hell. That flight was not cheap.
No.
And they gave me 4 pretzels in a bag. That's what I got. And charged me $8 for a beer. So I was not happy, needless to say.
You didn't sleep on the plane.
How could I sleep?
Yeah.
She slept fine.
Did she sleep?
Oh, she slept like a baby. She slept fine.
Snoring any?
Nope, no snoring.
Huh.
No snoring. But that's how I knew it was a stud and not a real dude.
Yeah.
Because a real dude would have been snoring. In
Real
that
dude would've had a
position,
fuck-
that size, he would have had a CPAP machine.
You fucking joke.
Yo, when we get that size, we have CPAP machines. We have
Yeah.
BiPAPs and shit. We can't breathe at night when we sleep.
Yeah, and if we don't have it, you're gonna hear a lot of
Yeah, or a whole lot of stopping.
Yeah.
And no breathing. And then like, 5 minutes later. So, yeah. So, anyway, it's fine. We have the vacation. We come back. So, Southwest keeps on spamming me with these survey requests. Keep getting these emails. Southwest would love to know about your experience. Please tell Southwest about your experience, your recent flight, blah, blah. So, I answer the survey honestly. I say my issue with the flight is that I paid for a full seat and got half of one.
Yeah.
And this person next to me paid for one seat and got 1.5.
Yeah, they did.
I said, that's my problem. So I said it was ridiculously uncomfortable. You guys have normal sized person seats. So you can't serve these porpoise-sized humans that now are walking the earth, so we need to fix it, right? Either you need to put a scale or have a tailor there. But with this one, you needed like two people. You need to whip that thing around, catch it, and then pass it.
Yeah, two tailors or one cowboy.
Yeah, or one cowboy. Exactly. One cowboy and 2 ropes.
Yeah.
So I was honest on the survey, and then it's so funny. My survey, this was planned way before my survey response. But within days of us getting back, Southwest Airlines announces that they're now going to have porpoise-sized humans have to purchase 2 plane tickets.
How do you think they're going to implement that kind of regulation? Like, what do you think? Are they going to require measurements? What are they going to do in order to, like, how do you know what their cutoff is? You know how you know that your carry-on has to be 50 pounds?
Yes.
Can't be more than 50 pounds.
Yes.
You know that the one that you're going to check in can't be more than 50 pounds. You know that your carry-on has to fit in one of those stupid boxes they got by the gate.
Yeah, which nobody really does that stupid ass shit, but.
Do you think they're going to have one of those things and you're going to have to put your ass in it? And it's like, oh, when you get to the gate, you're going to have to sit in this mechanism and then it determines the width of your body. And then it says whether you should buy an additional seat.
I think what they should have is one of those things like they have at rides, like a test seat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you got to sit in this shit. You got to sit in this and see what happens. Like they had to give her the extendo on the seatbelt.
Oh, she got the extendo?
Bro, she got the extendo, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
If you need the extendo, you should get the extra seat.
It's crazy to me because it's like, and I don't think it makes perfect sense.
You get the seat for free too. She's just lazy. You know that if you're a plus size traveler, you can buy the seat and then you submit you submit like your documentation and everything that you're gonna die sooner than everybody else, and they refund you. I don't know why I'm jumping on this. I shouldn't. I don't feel this way.
It's not a bad. It's crazy. If you experience what I experienced, that's the first time that's ever really happened to me like that.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. I was like, America is enormous and disgusting, and we need to do something about it.
But the truth is that yes, if you submit your claim or whatever, you get the money back for the other seat because it's considered like people with disabilities or something like that.
Yeah, the Americans with Disabilities Act and blah blah blah.
For the same reason why if I feel like sometimes I get night blindness, they'll let me bring my dog on the plane, even though she's 140 pounds.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll let me sit that bitch next to me. It'd be me, you. What would have been worse? You tell me. What would have been worse if you were sitting next to my dog or if you were sitting next to this woman?
Your dog, I would pick any day.
Yeah?
I would pick any day over sitting next to this person because it just makes for a weird dynamic, right? When you're sitting with this person, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to be kind, but she's being super inconsiderate, but not intentionally. She was inconsiderate when she bought that plane ticket. You know what I'm saying? That was just a selfish move. You know how big you are, and you know that you're going to be an obstruction to anybody else that's in that plane.
Yeah, so she shouldn't be flying.
You shouldn't be flying, bro. Get you an F-150, rent it, and drive to Florida.
I was just gonna ask you, what does she do? But she just buys 2 seats, right?
Yeah, that's what you got to do now. You buy 2 seats, so it would have just been me and her in the row. If it's just me and her in the row, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm chilling, me and her in the row. But, bro, that's crazy, bro.
It is crazy that she's on your lap.
Dude, she was in my seat. I was smushed over like this the whole time. I couldn't sleep. I was uncomfortable. I'm like, I can't believe I paid for this.
I will say that the seats are small on these planes.
They're
though.
not small. They're human size.
They're small even for me.
Bro, the seat is not small for you. Why are you lying? Why are you lying?
Dude.
The seat is not small for you, Roberto. You're lying.
They're not. She's. I'm not saying that she's not big.
You're lying.
But at the same time, we're not talking about the most fucking. They're not this wide.
No.
They're not this goddamn wide. Like they maximize their space. They design it so that way they could get as many seats as possible.
Oh, for sure.
All I'm saying is that.
But it's not like they've been making them smaller over years and making more rows. It's been this way. It's just we just keep getting bigger.
In this situation, it's not the seat's fault. But the small seat plus her large size, like if the seat was a little bit wider, she would be less on your seat. She would have still been on your lap.
Of course, she would have been less on my seat, but these are seats for humans.
Yeah.
When you're no longer human size, she's not human size. That's not a human size.
I wish I would have got a look at this individual.
Bro, believe me, the reason I didn't say anything and raise my hand until you come over here and hit the buzzer for the lady was I was like, I shouldn't do that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And she was very nice to me. She knew it was crazy.
You keep saying how nice she was. What kind of interactions did you have
Just
with
a
this
couple of like
individual?
smiles. Like there was one time like I stepped on her foot because it was in my fucking way. And she just was considerate that I was stepping on her when she was in my space.
Yeah.
So that was nice. When I put my arm here, but I was on her belly.
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, And I was like, oh, sorry. That's weird. I just have my arm resting on your gut. That's weird. And she was, she wasn't making it a thing, which she could have been that big and this inconsiderate of my space, but also been rude about it.
Yeah.
They would have made me get up. You know how this stupid world is in 2025. They'd be like, excuse me, normal size man. Are you impeding on that enormous whale's rest space? You have to stand up. Like, you have to move. Get this man off the plane. He's not letting that lady sit in his seat because she's huge.
Do you think they would have taken one of my kids and put him next to her?
They would have taken one of your kids and removed him from the plane to make up for the weight she's adding.
You know what's even crazier than that? They let me sit one of my kids on my lap.
That's what it should be. That's what it should be, bro. That's what it should be. That's if they let that shit happen, what was happening to me, they should let you have 2 kids on your lap. You shouldn't have had to pay for a seat for either of your kids. They should have just been like this.
Yeah, I guess.
It's crazy. There's no logic in that. I'm
might
like
have
the
had
weight
the same
distribution
amount
on
of
the
weight on
plane
you.
is in jeopardy. There's a lot of things to consider. Like you need another one of those over there.
Nah, they even that out on the low. You just don't know it. But they're down there talking about, yo, she sat in 13B, and then the guys downstairs, they're fucking
You
shuffling
think so?
shit around.
They're throwing all the carry-ons. That's why they
Yeah.
kept on checking carry-ons for free.
Well, when she
They were taking them and
checked
trying to counterbalance her.
Yeah. They said, we're going to need 10. 15. We're going to need
Fuck it. Whole boarding group C, free check-in for your carry-on. But yeah, anyway, that was my experience. But now that Southwest is having people that are that big, I don't know how they're going to judge it, how they're going to do it like you're saying, but to make them buy 2 seats is exactly what it is. They must buy a ticket, and then when they get to the gate, they'll probably be like, okay, you have to buy another one. Who's the person that has that job? I'll take that job.
Nah, here's the thing. It's that, and we got to get over this because
We got to keep it moving.
Yeah, because it's been so long.
Oh, my God.
But here's the thing.
We're like a half hour in.
I know, and we're still on this.
That's
big
all right,
issue
but this is a
of
big topic. Pun intended.
It's huge. Here's the thing. Our flight was maxed out. There wasn't a single available seat.
Correct.
So if a larger person like somebody who doesn't fit in the seat gets to the plane, and then at that point they're told they have to buy another ticket, it's possible they're gonna not make that flight because it's possible that there's not any seats available.
That may encourage a change. So maybe that's what needs to start happening.
I don't think that those are the things that change society. Like the rules like that don't change society. I think that it just.
Of course it will.
No, I don't
Of
think
course it will.
anybody's
If you're
gonna
too
lose weight.
big to fly, if it's going to cost you twice the amount, if it's going to cost you $1,000 to fly somewhere instead of $500, you might start changing shit.
Dude, the people won't do it for their health and to live.
Because you can't see the health. You can't see it immediately. It's a long-term thing. It's a long-term thing. You see the body adapt. These people live to 50, 60 years old that big. It happens. You can adapt and you don't really see the change. But when it impedes something.
But there's points throughout like your life where you get physicals and these years of whether it be like of poor health, like all that stuff adds up. Like those things don't make people change. Like there's people who have diabetes that they earned, and and they still continue to consume things that they know are going to inevitably kill them, right? Things that would have killed them if we didn't have the modern science and the medicine that we have today. Like they're literally taking more of this medicine just to consume more things that they shouldn't consume. So when you look at like situations like that, like I don't think that the flight is going to be the one. Hey, if it is going to inspire people to be healthy, then fucking do it.
You can't see health. That's my point. Somebody can tell you it, but you can't see it. You're not experiencing it really. Mm-hmm. They're just telling you that this is what is projected for you. You have this on your blood work. This is like they tell me I have high cholesterol. I'm not really moving on it. I should. You know what I'm saying? I'm still eating steaks. I'm still eating, but at the same time, I drink beer.
You look like you got good cholesterol.
And I eat bread, but I don't. My cholesterol's in the 200s, bro. He said if my shit is still that high, he's putting me on a cholesterol medication.
Yeah, but maybe you're the kind of human that, that's your baseline. Is that a thing?
That's what I would love that to be true, but men in my family just be having heart attacks. My dad, my uncles, my cousins just have heart attacks. And I don't know what the story is, but like me, I like to think, I ran 3 5Ks this week.
Damn.
I like to think that I'm doing my team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my numbers are saying, my doctor literally said to me, I said, give me some time to get these numbers down before you start trying to put me on pills. And he's like, okay, puts his hands in his pockets. And mind you, he's a fat guy. Puts his hands in his pockets and he tells me, what are you going to do? He said, you already are physically active. He said, you're clearly not sedentary. He said, you probably don't eat terribly. He said, you're not eating McDonald's 3 times a day. He's like, you're probably eating, what do you eat? And I was like, I'll eat eggs in the morning with some bacon likely or something along those lines. In the afternoon, I will have like a steak or a burger maybe. I was like, there's going to be bread there. I might have rice. And, he's like, that's not crazy. He said, so you're not really changing your diet. It would have to be extreme, to make that big a difference. He's like, so tell me, what are you going to do in this time that's going to lower your cholesterol? He said, one thing I can tell you, a guarantee. He said a guarantee that I'll have a heart attack by 50.
He said that?
That's what he told me. If I do not change my LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, quote unquote. He said, if you do not lower that, it's a guarantee with your family history and with those numbers that you have, you will have a heart attack by 50 years old.
So what the fuck do you do?
This is the thing, right? I do believe in the concept of going keto because it switches your body to a fat source, and I think it would use all that fat that's free floating in my blood. But the thing is, you have to be really strict with that for it to work.
Yeah.
I'm not strict enough with that.
Yeah.
I'll have beers. I'll eat pizza. I won't go crazy, but I'll have pizza. I'll have a burger. I'll have some French fries, and then I'll be back on it.
Yeah, but keto, you can't
cheat.
Fuck around at all.
You can't cheat at all. So it's that. Or switch completely off of all fatty foods and just go like chicken breast, Mediterranean.
But or 6 months keto.
Or 6 months keto, but then as soon as I fall off keto, my numbers shoot up again. My triglycerides and my LDL.
But you got time to fucking work your way back up to that, level of fat in your blood, right?
Yeah. But it's like my family history. My body is very, very reactive to fatty foods. Like if I have a cheeseburger and then get blood work the next day, my triglycerides are like 300. So, I don't know.
You should fucking.
I should do some kind of case study or something. Should I do something? Really try to switch it up?
Yeah, you should definitely eat something, like eat better. I think you eat pretty good, but like you should make any kind of necessary changes you need to make.
I do need to do it. I do need to do it because, I'm trying to have some kids out here, you know what I'm saying?
But
trying to put some kids in this thing, you know what I mean?
It's interesting that you say that, right? Because it seems like, all right, then there is a little bit of like empathy for these people that you're referring to. They don't fit in the
This is why I'm saying you don't see health. It's not affecting me right now. It's a long-term thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I think if they told me I can't fly unless I fix this, I'll fucking fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, what? What do you mean I can't go? I'll be doing it like I'm in fight camp or something. I'll be fucking, I'll really drop them numbers before. Come on, think about it. If you're like, listen, we're going to Universal with the family and shit, like, and I'm like, oh, yo, I'm there. And then they're like, wait a minute, we need blood work. And I'm like, wait, what? And I get my blood work and they're like, your LDL is high, you can't fly. And I'm going to be like, well, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll be doing 2 a days, bro. You crazy? I have my brown belt.
I do think, yeah. I mean, I think
come on.
That's the goal. That's the hope, right? That you do something and it inspires some kind of change in people. But for everybody who's going to do it, like you just mentioned, it's going to go hard to fly. There's 5 people who are just going to admit defeat or feel like it's a goal that's too distant. Being healthy is one of the most difficult things to do nowadays
in our society,
in our current society.
Yeah,
the level of discipline, and nobody knows. I know it more than most people. I've lost and gained more weight in the past 10 years than anybody can imagine. I'm all over. I have pants that are size. I have jeans that are 32s, and I have jeans that are 40s. So I've been like all over the spectrum. And
I benefit from his weight gain, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as it stands now, I haven't gotten clothes in a long time.
Now, if anything, I'm going down. But I don't buy. I'm not. That's another thing. It's like I'm not a large anymore, but I don't want to buy mediums because I don't know how long I'm going to be a medium for. Because that's just my life. That's the story of my life. It's like peaks and valleys. But one thing I will say, what I was going to say is that it's the most difficult thing in our current society. It takes so much discipline to be healthy. It is so easy to fuck off. When I went on vacation and we were all together, the first day I did great. I stayed on my diet, protein shakes.
I felt like a piece of shit with the way that he was living. The first few days I was like, damn, I was witnessing him really going in, turning down all the shit. He doesn't drink, which I drink. So I already have trash going. I already have poison going in my body. You know what I'm saying? I'm already drinking poison. That's carbs, no nutrition, and calories. You know what I'm saying? It's just bad for you, and it dehydrates you and shit. So I'm already in a deficit right there. And then watching this guy turn down the toast and shit like that, and instead he's making these shakes and he's putting all his fresh fruit and shit in there. It got to a point where I was like, yo, make that shit bigger, bro. I'm trying to get down.
But you know what? even myself, who I like to consider myself very, very disciplined, by in a couple days somebody bought Cinnabon.
Oh yeah. I think your sister.
And my sister bought Cinnabon.
Yeah.
And I folded like a lawn chair. And I like to consider myself super disciplined when it comes to my diet. Shout out to Spaz. It says eating McDonald's right now. Good for you, brother.
I'm getting some on the way home.
There's nothing wrong with eating those things.
I'm getting some on the way home. What do you have and what's your go-to order?
I wonder what his go-to order is.
I want to know what the go-to order is.
Do you think that he's like a number guy? He gets a number, or you think he does something custom? He's not a fish fillet guy.
I think he's a number, but he alters it.
I altered number.
That's what I'm feeling. Like he's maybe a no pickles guy.
Okay.
Or like
Big Mac or quarter pounder?
I'm going quarter pounder, bro.
Quarter pounder with the Mac sauce though. Oh, I know something. I'm putting my phone away because I know he's not a number guy.
He's not. What does he do? Does he do a double burger?
Guy. He's a
double
custom.
burger, no ketchup, add lettuce and Mac sauce?
He might do something gangster like that because I forgot that he had a career in the industry. So he knows the behind the scenes.
And he knows like the umami type
Yeah.
of type of flavor profiles.
So he's definitely getting off the secret menu.
All right. So I'll tell you what I'm doing. I think we got McDonald's once in Florida.
The first night.
Yeah,
I didn't eat it.
Quarter pounder with cheese meal. He didn't eat it. Sat there and he didn't judge me, but I felt like a total piece of shit. I swam some laps in the pool after I ate that shit.
Because just because I'm not eating it today doesn't mean I'm not gonna. My theory with all of like junk food, and if this helps anybody who's dieting, take it with you. All these things will always be there. McDonald's, Cinnabon, all these things will be there when you're done with your diet.
Yeah.
These things will not go away. They will not taste different. They will be there. So this idea that like folding for things like that, in my opinion, is like, dude, that's always going to be there. No matter where you go, it's going to taste the same. It's going to be there. If you fold because somebody's got homemade pasta and they got the homemade sauce and this and that, or it's like it's something that you're not going to have again, then that's different. But that's my theory when it comes to like McDonald's and shit like that it's always going to be there. So if you're on a diet, don't worry. In a month when you're done, it'll be there. What did he say? Did he tell us what his order is?
Who are we talking to about it? Is it Spaz?
Yeah.
Okay, so Spaz says, I'm so fat as fuck right now. The app has a combo for 40 nuggets and 2 large fries for $14. Splitting that with the lady. Damn, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's actually
that's not bad. First of all, there's a lot of protein in there, and you got fries. Okay.
Not only that,
it's really the soda. That's the worst part. The soda is the worst part. If you just get the food with some seltzer, some water, or even like a diet soda, even though you get some aspartame, shit'll give you a tumor 30 years from now. But who's looking that far ahead? You know what I'm saying?
That I feel like that's a meal I would get, and I would still have like a burger or like some kind of sandwich on the side.
Oh yeah, he also got a quarter pounder.
Okay, yeah, all right, good.
Yeah, because he wanted some meat.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And Ray said, "Hey, yo," because he's like, "I wanted some meat."
No, but that is good. That's funny that he said that because that's exactly how I felt. I was like, that's a regular meal right there, and you should probably get a sandwich to have on that.
Facts.
Because nuggets are delicious.
Nuggets are like fries to me.
100%.
I could get them on the side, and then I'll take a bite of the burger, and then I'll take a bite of the nugget, like it's French fries.
Yeah,
I hit the combo when I eat it. When I go in on McDonald's, I really go in. The crazy thing is, Spaz says he's fat. My family history and the way I am, bro, I'm a fucking stroke out first. I'm telling you, bro.
It's funny how that works.
I'm like a haunted house inside. If you would have cut me open, bro, shit is a haunted house in there, bro. I'm telling you.
It's funny how that works. Like people who like you said, you can't see health. Like somebody
you can't see it.
Yeah,
dude, you can't see it. I'm more unhealthy internally than a lot of people. That in terms of numbers, like my blood pressure's high, my cholesterol's high, my triglycerides are high. Like I have all the things that you would think a fat guy would have, but there's a lot of fat guys walking around that don't have that shit.
I was just gonna say, when I was at my heaviest, I didn't have any elevated numbers. The only thing I did have was the doctor said that I had a little bit of a fatty liver. I don't know if that was accurate though. I think that was just something wrong with the test.
Yeah, test could have been faulty.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, please keep your fatty liver comments to yourself.
What does that even fucking mean?
Yeah,
fatty liver.
Yeah. Fatty liver is exactly what it sounds like. There's like visceral fatty tissue around your liver.
Some of the foie gras. That's what they're telling me?
Yeah, exactly. You would be delicious. If they take that thing out and slow cook it, bro, medium rare, be delicious.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm going to go see this fucking doc soon and get my blood work done again. Every time I go there,
your blood work's going to be, you're going to be so blown away by your numbers. You're eating so good. You're doing so much and you're eating healthy and you're exercising and you have low stress. You don't drink. Like all that stuff combined, bro. And you got a lot of love in your family and in your like home, bro. You're straight.
This cocksucker's never impressed. One time I dropped 40, showed up and he was just like, all right, yeah, everything looks good. Then I was just like, motherfucker, you're not going to compliment the fact that I'm fucking...
Nah, that's because he was hating. He was hating, bro. He probably thought you were on some kind of weight loss med or something like that. He's desensitized to the rapid weight loss, but, this was slow and gradual. This wasn't... How much weight have you lost? Let the people know, because I think you deserve to get your flowers right now.
I don't know.
When you started training, Now,
That
this
was
is going
years
back a
ago.
few years, but
That
it's
was
going
years
back, what,
ago.
2-3 years?
Yeah, I was 245 when I started.
245. What are you now?
I was 177 last night.
177, 245 to 177. I'm gonna give you a goddamn. I wish I had an
But
applause
I've gone
button.
up and down.
I
It's
don't
not-
care.
it's-
Stop being modest. That is hard work, and I've witnessed it myself.
Yo,
See, me when I was training all the time, I was like 165. Now I'm 168, but I went up to 182 when I took that break. 182.
182.
And now I'm back down to 168.
We're getting. I'm not too terribly far from you.
Dude, no, you're not. I no longer will have the excuse. When I get back to training tomorrow and this guy is fucking throwing me around,
We're close
I will
enough to
no
weight.
longer have the weight excuse. So I'm going to stall a lot.
No,
I'm going to be in turtle a lot. This
But the reason why I always say it's like it's not that huge deal because I sincerely believe that it's the easiest thing in the world to do.
What, lose weight?
Yeah.
No, it's the hardest thing is keeping
You
it
just
off.
got to be disciplined, dude.
Yeah, like it's
That's
not
it.
that hard to find somebody that you match with and and have a relationship with, but the hard part is staying there and keeping it together.
Yeah.
Keeping that person satisfied and engaged and.
We got to
know?
talk about Rajah Jackson before that.
Oh
ends this
my
episode.
God! Let's talk about
We
Rajah
gotta talk
Jackson.
about Rajah Jackson. There's so many topics. This has been a personal episode.
Yo, but it's been good. It's flowing.
Everybody knows
it's
my
flowing.
fucking weight now.
It's flowing. Everybody
I
knows
feel
this guy's
weird.
weight. Everybody knows that I gained weight. Everybody knows that I took a break from training. This guy's been training, and tomorrow's going to tell us a lot. We should do content tomorrow.
There's gonna be there's a huge jiu-jitsu tournament. There's like a huge jiu-jitsu event.
Yeah,
like,
which means I'm going to get smashed because
coming
everybody's
up.
been training for a competition coming up, and I've been over here Google Gaga-ing and shit like that. I've been keying and shit like that because I got myself a little thing. So, so I've been doing all that shit, and I haven't been training. This guy's been doing like fucking 4 days a week. I'm going to show up tomorrow. I'm going to get smashed. I'm going to update you guys next week.
I will say that it's been like
gonna get
because
smashed.
competition's coming. It's like so many people are training right now, which is always good.
I'm going to get smashed.
All right, real quick. Let's get out the quick one. Real quick, we got the quick one. We got to run through our stories.
Let's
'cause we
do it.
didn't
Let's
talk
do it.
about anything
Let's
today.
do it. Let's do it. Sorry.
Ready? No, it's not your fault. We've been having a great time. It's both of us. Lil Nas X walking around in very white tighty whities and matching white leather boots, walking around Los Angeles in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
Supposedly on drugs.
Yeah. I think this is a ploy. I think he's going to drop some kind of project or something like that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a single second. He did not. He looked like he got done up to go out and strut down the street. This didn't look like it was some party mess or nothing like that. It didn't look crazy. Listen, man, I've been hammered.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was hammered.
I've been at parties with people. That's not what somebody looks like when they had too much of whatever they're taking.
Dude, he was skipping in place. I was very impressed by his balance.
Yeah.
In those boots.
He was walking like it was a catwalk.
Yes. And the other thing is that when this story first broke, everybody was saying he OD'd.
They're bugging. Everybody's bugging, bro. I'm telling you, this is part of all they got to do is drop a video like this with a title like this, and the internet will run with it. And they will create the narrative. The internet will say he OD'd this with it, and everyone will share it. It'll spread like wildfire, and then he's going to drop a record.
So here's the latest on that. He was arrested for, I think, like resisting, like the basic resisting arrest, attacking a police officer or something.
He attacked
like that.
a cop.
I think.
How
that
did he
just
attack
got-
him? He was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna beat your ass." Like, what? How would Lil Nas
It
X
was
strike a cop?
probably just like he was flaring his cowboy boots around, and somebody caught the end of one of them, and they threw another charge. Who knows if
Yeah, it
it's
could be.
even going to stick? He's out, $75,000 bail, dropping a bucket for a man such as Lil Nas X. He'll be fine. He'll beat this, and he'll go and back into whatever hole he was in before. Is he still popping? Is he?
No, this is the kind of shit he has to do to remain. He's one of those people that's famous now, so he gets paid for being famous. So as long as he just continues to do this kind of stuff every now and then, he's going to be back in the public eye. It's going to make some kind of sense for somewhere to book him for money. That's it.
Yeah, he's got. I'm sure his team, the Alphabet Gang, they definitely keep him.
Yeah.
In leather boots forever.
He's a meme. He's a walking meme. That's what that guy is.
Yeah, I'm not into him. Raja Jackson. Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson's son.
Who Rampage Jackson is a very legendary MMA fighter. His son is also an MMA fighter and now a kick streamer, like IRL type of streaming.
Yeah, him and his son do content on Kick. They do, like Justin said, IRL kick streaming. I think Rampage was out with Sneeko while Raja was doing IRL streaming at it was like a lucha libre, like wrestling thing. It wasn't like, it's hard to say, like, because I don't want people to think it was like Greco-Roman wrestling.
No, it was an independent pro wrestling type of promotion.
Yeah. It's weird because there was multiple events that happened, but I'll just tell you the end and we could go through like the story, right? Raja Jackson ends up pile driving this guy and punch him in the face a bunch of times. The guy's supposedly in critical condition. Before this, the follow-up to the story was that they had like a little bit of a back and forth earlier in the day when they had met this guy who's in character at this event smashes a fake glass bottle over Raja's head.
It was a can.
Oh, a can.
It was a can.
A can over his head. And they have this weird little face-off thing where this guy explains it like he was trying to, like, you know, kind of play it up for the cameras and be in character. And
He thought this was a wrestling stunt.
Yeah.
The guy. His name is, I think, Psycho Stu?
Sergeant Psycho Stu?
Yes, Psycho Stu or something like that. And he's a pro wrestler. And the way this altercation happens, first of all, there's cameras. So because everybody is streaming now. So this guy, Raja Jackson, is streaming. So he's got a cameraman with him. The cameras come over with him. And this guy clearly, Psycho Stu or whatever, asks him if he knows who he is. They're talking. And he's like, you don't know who I am? He takes a beer can. Now, this was not a full beer. I have held many a full beer that's closed, a closed can. This was an open can. It wouldn't have burst like that. This was almost like a prop.
I thought it was a prop bottle.
Yeah, no, it was a can. It was almost like a prop. It was a prop can because Raja Jackson didn't even move.
No.
You're going to move if you get hit with a full can of beer. That's closed. It's pressurized. You're going to get whacked with that thing. This guy immediately the beer flows out of it and they're kind of face to face and Jackson's like, whoa, what was that? And he's like, oh, come on, man. You don't know who I am? Like, what's up? And it was this fake ass wrestling looking face off. Well, then later on in the night, this guy, Psycho Stu, was having this match. And then there was an arrangement that, you know, that Raja Jackson would enter the ring and kind of get his payback, according to another wrestler that told him you need to get your receipt, you know, which means in wrestling, you kind of give him a real shot once instead of all the fake stuff, just to kind of let him know. You know, if he's coming off, you hit him with the elbow or something like that. You hit him a little high. You do something like that kind of adds to the show. But instead, he enters the ring. He hits this guy with like a double leg takedown, throws him up on his shoulder, and then slams this wrestler on the back of his head on the ring, and the guy's out cold immediately. Raja Jackson then proceeds to mount this man and punch him over 20 times full force in his face while he's knocked out cold already. So he's already out from the slam. Then he proceeds to punch him over 20 times, flush in his face. And he's a trained MMA fighter. So he literally drills ground and pound. He goes on top of a heavy bag or some kind of dummy or something like that and punches it for rounds. That's what he does to train for fighting. So what do you think about this?
I think it's crazy. You know what's funny is that, not funny, but I almost don't even believe it. I told you this, that I seen like the pictures of this guy, and I said this in the Discord too. If this is real, it's really super unfortunate. And I think that it's related to an incident that happened earlier in the week where Raja got head kicked in training, and he had brought his camera with him. One of his training partners head kicks him, and you know he's out on his feet. And that clip went viral all over the internet. People probably making fun of him. Then he runs into this wrestler. He kind of suns him too with the can. And there's like this theme of like, oh, people treating you like a bitch. and then there's an opportunity for you to get your payback, and you kind of go overboard. That's like my perspective of the incident. If it's as real as people, like, you know, everybody's saying it is, but at the same time, and this, I hope this doesn't sound like I'm saying Sandy Hook wasn't real, but this guy doesn't even look lumped up, like in the pictures. He had like a blood pressure, he had a cuff on and nothing else. I'm like, why doesn't this guy put an IV in him on an event and make him look like he's super, like, how come this guy didn't look like he was on death's door? Everybody's saying that he's in the most critical condition, and he's not even in a bed, he's in a stretcher.
Now, they didn't say critical condition.
He's still
stable.
not out of the waters. That's what
He's still not out of the water, but it wasn't critical. But he was beat up. You could see it on him. He looked like a patient on a stretcher.
He looked like a guy on a stretcher, but he didn't look like he was on death's door.
But you don't look that way when your brain is scrambled. Like, he didn't hit him in the eye sockets. He didn't hit him in the areas that swell up and look crazy when you get hit. He didn't hit him in the nose.
But that's what I'm saying. Out of all those 20 punches that he threw, and they were like and he was whipping them. It wasn't like he was throwing them with great accuracy.
They were all here.
Yeah.
They were all here. And when you get hit here, there's very, like, minimal visible damage.
Visible damage, yeah.
It's not the same. Like, if he would have been hitting him here, he would have looked like a battered wife.
That was my only thing that I was kind of surprised by, that I was kind of like, damn, is this guy as beat up as people are saying he is? Because, you know, I done seen many beat up people in the emergency room, and he didn't look like one of them.
If you watch it, those are real punches. Did you watch the video?
Yeah.
How many times? I watched it like 5 times.
I watched it more than 5 times.
Okay. So those are real punches that are landing on this unconscious man.
Yeah, Spaz posted it on the Discord a bunch of days ago.
Yeah. Spaz is saying that if you look closely, when he hits him with the can, it hits inside his own hand.
Yes.
Because he grabs him kind of he grabs him like this and then hits the can.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this seems to me like it was part of the show, and then he just got carried away. I don't know if he's trying to make a name for himself. I don't know what it is, but this was crazy. I'll tell you my take on it. I think he belongs in prison. I think that this was damn near attempted murder. He could have killed that guy. He could have killed him. And it was premeditated. It was premeditated. He is on video, on stream, talking to someone saying, they told me to hit him and leave. I'm not going to hit him and leave. I'm going to hit him as many times as I can. I'm going to beat his ass. That's what he said.
You know what, though? But judging by the fact that he isn't arrested yet, I don't think he's going to go to jail. People are also like questioning their promotion too, for like kind of putting this together. It's
he will be arrested and charged.
You think so?
He will be arrested and charged. This is crazy. He needs 15 years for this.
I wonder.
15 years. 15 years.
I guess it depends what happens to this dude.
I don't think it matters what happens to this dude. It happened to be a big man. This is a big guy that he was hitting. If that was a normal person, nah, bro. You can't teach cavemen MMA techniques and then have them loose in the world. He beat up a civilian. That guy's a civilian.
Yeah, but you're framing it as if he walked up to a random person and beat this guy up. What he did was fucked up, but I don't think it's to the extent that he needs to spend 15 years in prison.
I think he needs to do 15 years. This was an attempted murder.
But we talk about this all the time, about like when you assign like years to crimes, it's like it wasn't an attempted murder.
It was premeditated to grossly injure this man.
I don't know what the criteria is for attempted murder.
Attempted manslaughter.
Okay.
Attempted manslaughter then.
Yeah, if he's got dies.
Yeah, no.
No,
because then it's not attempted.
Yeah, but then can you attempt manslaughter?
This is...
Because by definition of manslaughter, like that happened by mistake, right? So you can't attempt manslaughter.
So then it's attempted murder. That's attempted murder in my opinion. The guy's a trained MMA fighter. He's attempting to fight professionally. He trains MMA. That's a superpower. That's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu walking around and leg locking people at Walmart and breaking their legs. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that shit.
So they say the criteria is intent. Proving intent. Proving a direct step. So the prosecutor must show the defendant's actions were significant and direct movement towards killing the victim as opposed to preparations. And then the fact, so this guy might have attempted to kill this dude.
Yeah. Spaz said it's attempted murder too.
Intent to kill.
Yeah. Spaz said dude is taking a nap. He's knocked out cold from the slam. And then he punched him more than 20 times in the head after he was already unconscious.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's attempted murder. And he premeditated striking him that many times. He said, I'm going to hit him as many times as I can until they pull me off. If they didn't pull him off, he wouldn't have stopped.
He also said that they said he was allowed to hit him.
That's bullshit. You saw it. It was on fucking live stream. The guy said hit him, but get your receipt. That's in wrestling. It's literally wrestling lingo that if somebody's gonna, if somebody does something to you, let's say they hit you too hard backstage during like the fake thing, they hit you with the chair. When you're in there, you're gonna be like, bah, bah, and then one of those is gonna slip through. And the dude's gonna be like, damn, I had that coming. I hit him too hard with the chair.
Did you know that phrase before this case? No. Yeah, neither did I.
I didn't know it.
But you know what? I think that
he was a hood booger soccer kicking a guy that got knocked out outside a bar.
Yeah.
That's what he was. He's a fucking piece of shit and he belongs in prison.
I think that it's important that, we give multiple perspectives for every story, but I'm fucking having a tough time finding anything to save this guy from this situation.
He belongs in prison, bro.
Honestly, and this doesn't save him, but I always thought this kid was medio tonto, right?
Who?
Raja.
Well, I mean, his dad is retarded.
Yeah.
Like, listen to him. That guy's a caveman.
But at least he got hit in the head a lot.
Yeah. And, I just think that to be a trained professional fighter, you understand what you're capable of. And mind you, the guy that he attacked was under the impression this was going to be part of the act. Dude. So his guard is down. He gets picked up. He lets him pick him up and lets him throw him down. That's a big guy. If he don't want to be picked up, it's going to be hard to pick him up.
Yeah.
So he allowed him to pick him up. He slams him. When he slams him, he whips him down and knocks him out when he hits the ring.
That's crazy.
And then proceeds to strike him in the face as hard as he can with MMA trained ground and pound punches more than 20 times.
Yeah, it's insane. And also, nobody was pulling him off of this guy.
No, another wrestler had to get involved and pull him off. Another wrestler had to pull him off. And luckily, that wrestler had a decent little bit of grappling. Did you see what happened?
Yeah,
he grabs him, and then Raja goes low, and he sprawls on him. So it's like he may have had a little bit of wrestling or just knows a little bit about grappling, but he knew to sprawl on him. Because if he didn't sprawl on him, he was going to get him off and go back to attacking this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he was an animal. Put that animal. He is a caveman animal, low species, lizard brain loser that belongs in prison. 15 to 20, bro. 15 to 20 attempted murder on this guy. You need to be in prison. You can't be walking the streets with regular civilians with that training and with no emotional intelligence or ability to control yourself.
Yeah, sorry, Roger. I tried to make a case for you, but
it's an animal.
There's nothing to be made here.
There's nothing to be made, dude. You're an animal. It's like Spaz said. He did not stop.
Now they got to put this guy in a box. I'm surprised he's not been arrested.
Put this dude in a box, bro. Let's see. Spaz says something else here. The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed they are investigating the attack on Stewart, Psycho Stu, as felony battery, which occurred during the Knox Pro event on Saturday. Just read this. Could be wrong though, or updated since.
I believe it.
Okay.
That's one of the things that I was like, is this fucking fake?
Nah, even if it was supposed to be fake, when you see the punches, it's not fake.
Yeah, I gotta see this guy's imaging.
It's not fake, dude. It's not fake. He punched that dude as hard as he could, like he was trying to finish a title fight.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy as hell. And each time I think it's going to be over, it keeps going.
The fact that the ref just sat there, too, was crazy to me.
That's not a real ref.
I know. He's playing
That's not a real ref. He's playing a ref on TV type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not a real ref. He don't train. Like, the refs in MMA are different.
Yo, what was he going to do?
He was going to punch him till he killed him.
Kill him?
Till he killed him. He was going to hit him. He was going to hit him till he killed him.
You know what's even crazier than that? He leaves there and he throws like this tantrum on his live stream and he talks about, people think he's a bitch and, he's showing the world that he ain't no bitch. This wasn't even like a fair fight.
That and a guy that wasn't prepared for you to do that to him.
So it's like this doesn't even do what you wanted to do.
No.
This doesn't illustrate to the public that you're a tough guy. This illustrates to the public that you're an idiot.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is the same as going up to a dope head that's OD'd on the street and like not able to be coherent and punching him 23 times in the face. Or a sleeping homeless person.
Yeah.
A sleeping person just sleeping. Imagine going up to someone that's napping and you just start punching him in the face.
There's a guy on Instagram who approaches sleeping homeless people.
No way.
And he grabs them up and he talk about, yo, where's my money? And they're like, what is it? He said, where's my money? Frank, where's my money? He said, I'm not Frank. He's like, you're not Frank? Are you sure you're not Frank? He's like, I'm not Frank. He's like, I know you're Frank. Give me my money, Frank. Where's my money? And he's like, I'm not Frank. He's like, he's hemmed up multiple homeless people.
I don't like that.
And then he's like, oh, all right, my bad, bro. He said, I didn't even know you wasn't him. You look just like him.
I hope he gave him money or something after that.
No, this is somebody doing it in the middle
This reminds me of
Brooklyn
bum
somewhere.
fights when I was coming up.
No, but
it's not
yeah, the
same
Rogers
thing.
situation is crazy. He probably will go to jail.
Good. He needs to go to prison. He's a piece of shit. And I'm saying that right now. He's a piece of shit. And then Rampage coming out defending his actions is crazy. You know, it's
That's his
crazy.
son.
But he's a retarded guy anyway. He's
Yeah,
been
but-
punching the head so many times he's retarded now.
I would expect nothing less of a father. He should come out there and say it was that guy's fault. That's what my fucking kid, I would fucking...
Nah, that's crazy. You also can't do that shit. You got to be like, yo, my son did something crazy. Come on, bro. You that motherfucker you that guy on the news when your kid got 6 murders and then somebody kills him and you talking about he was going to turn his life around.
Yeah.
He was turning his life around. You know, he was doing better. You know what I'm saying? He was
Those are the
trying to do
things
good.
Those are the things you could do. You know what I'm saying? You
The
can't do
fuck
that.
outta
As
here.
somebody who's directly correlated with it, you could say things like that.
Now, if you got a piece of shit kid, he's a piece of shit. That's just what it is. This kid is a piece of shit and he did some piece of shit and he deserves to be in prison.
We'll see what happens.
I
think
hope he
it's
goes
fake.
to prison.
I think it's not even real.
Nah, I think it started off as fake and then he made it very real because he has no emotional intelligence. He's a caveman. He's now fully evolved. He's an animal and he belongs in a cage with animals.
I definitely don't think he's fully evolved. But I said that before where I said that I thought he was like medio tonto. I thought that he always had something.
And if he is
going
tonto,
on.
you can't teach a tonto. You can't take a tonto to sniper school. And you can't take a tonto to MMA school. You can't do that.
I think that's why
You give him a basketball or you give him a bowling ball.
because he doesn't have an MMA career.
He doesn't, but he trains MMA. He's an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
So you know that's a big deal, bro.
Yeah, no, I think it's a big deal too. And I think what he did was horrendous if it's real. My whole entire thing was just like I just didn't believe it when I seen
Because it's that
not the
unbelievable.
punches- not even the punches part. When my speculation came in, when I seen the picture of this guy in the hospital, he just didn't look that fucked up. But I'm wearing a lab coat to work.
Dude, he lost multiple teeth and he's got multiple broken bones in his face.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He lost multiple teeth. This dude was knocking teeth out of his head while he was knocked out.
That's so crazy.
You know how hard it is to knock a tooth out?
What did he think was gonna happen afterwards?
He wasn't thinking because he's a caveman and an animal. And this is why he needs to be in a goddamn cage. Put him in a cage.
Yeah.
Put him in a cage and don't feed him.
You think they should let him try to fight his way out? He should
No.
just fight pro wrestlers.
No, what he needs to do is just be, if it was up to me, put him down.
You think they should
Put him down. He's an animal. He's an animal. Put him down. Take him behind the shed and put him down. We can't have him walking around here. But since we don't do that because we're civilized,
You think that he's
put him in a cage and feed him honey buns for the next 30 years. Whatever you do in prison.
Yeah, you think that he's incapable of
Rehabilitation.
rehabilitation?
No, he's an animal. And he has a skill set, unfortunately, that makes him dangerous to society because he's whacked. Imagine there were schizophrenics walking around that were black belts. Imagine schizophrenic black belts. Imagine what that would be. Imagine what that would be. You're in a grocery store. All of a sudden, you just start getting heel hooked and break your knee. And you're like, what's going on? And this guy thinks you're the guy that, stole Jack Sparrow's treasure. And he's trying to, you can't have crazy people walking around with the skills to hurt civilians. You can't have that. Put that guy in a cage. Like War Machine. Remember War Machine, what he did to Christy Mack?
Yeah,
the adult
he's
film
a little
actress.
bit different because he had a history of hurting people in general.
Well, now this guy does. Now you
this
have a
guy's-
history of hurting people.
Yeah, now this guy does too. Yeah. There's nothing I can say to defend this guy. He's
A piece of shit. And he
Yeah.
belongs in prison. And I don't care. It is what it is. I'm not an MMA fighter. What are you gonna double leg me and beat the hell out of me until I can't stand? Like, nah. That's not gonna happen. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what is this? When does it stop? You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy to me that he did this to this guy, this wrestler guy.
you
know?
Why isn't he in jail right now?
Because
Isn't
it's
that
liberal
weird?
ass California.
But this guy, no. Do they at least bring him in and then let him out then, right? Isn't that what they do in California? Don't they arrest you and let you out? Like, why isn't he in jail? Why
It's-
are they just investigating it?
There's also another thing where the promotion is pushing the wrestlers from the organization to not cooperate with police. So they might be trying to gain traction on the internet off of this and try to promote their organization.
Wouldn't him going to jail bring them the most traction?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're probably just trying to let it run another couple days.
Nothing makes it go longer, like courtroom
Like a trial.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah, but trials lose their steam a little bit. I mean, nobody's talking about Diddy anymore.
We talked about Kane for a long time, and we talked about Diddy for a long time too.
Yeah, it's true, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but you know, with this as real as it looks to me, and the injury sustained, and the training behind what this guy has, and the lineage he has, I think that he belongs in prison. I think you need to make an example of this guy. He is a trained professional fighter, and he beat the ever living shit out of a civilian, and you cannot have that because your ego hurts or whatever. You're an animal with no emotional intelligence and no ability to control yourself. You must be stoic as a man with these skills to harm people like that. And if you cannot be stoic and you cannot sheath that weapon that you have with you at all times, you belong in a cage.
I gotta put you in the box, real quick, because we're way over time.
Are we?
And it's all.
But that was a great topic, though. It was a great topic.
And I'm very.
And I'm sure I had a polarizing take. God damn it.
No, I'm aroused by your take.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right,
it's
let's
the most
go.
logical fucking take. If I had to take any take, I would take the take that this guy's.
If I had to take any take, I would take the take that this guy take the take.
Yeah, that this
take
guy's gonna be
take
taking it in the fucking butt in prison. I'm just so shocked that this guy isn't in jail, and they didn't at least have a fucking IV in this guy when he was in the hospital. I'm sure he needed some electrolytes or something.
Nah, I mean, he probably didn't need fluids, man. He had something else. He
They
was
always
waiting on
need
that
fluids.
stretcher for CAT scan. He was waiting to go to CAT scan. He's on that stretcher, bro. I'm telling you, he's waiting for CAT scan.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Never mind.
They're sending him to CAT scan. You know that, bro.
So
You know he's going to CAT
I
scan.
wanted to talk about this. I think Apple TV. All my notes are over there.
Oh, that's right. Apple TV is increasing in price.
From $10 to $13.
That's a significant increase, man. What is that? Like a 33 point something percent increase? Or is that like a...
From 10 to 13, 30%.
Yeah, so it's like 33. What is it? What'd you say?
10%. It would be
10%.
33. A third of 10 is 33. 3.3.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
A
That's what I
third
meant.
is 3.3, but it'd be about 30%.
That's what I meant about... So what is it?
30%.
30. Yeah.
And I just think it's interesting because, you know, we went away from cable and kind of started using these streaming subscriptions because it was cheaper, right? We started with Netflix and then HBO came out and then we started bundling them together. But now I feel like they're only going to get either equal or more expensive than what we used to pay for cable. Like once you have them all, now UFC's going to Paramount. Now I have to get Paramount, right? ESPN is a shithole, and I think that it's the worst app ever developed. I think the developers should never develop anything ever again. I think they should all fucking be forced into a career in pastry cooking or something like that. But at the same time, ESPN's in the Disney bundle, and I need that because my kid likes it, so I have to keep it anyways. Now I have to get Paramount because UFC's going over there. It's another subscription I have to get. Am I at the point where I should have just gotten, like, I'm paying more money than I would have paid with cable? I got Netflix, I got Disney, I got ESPN, I got fucking Hulu, YouTube. Now I got to get Paramount. What are we fucking doing here?
Yeah, it's getting crazy now, and there's a problem. I have a massive problem with the licensing aspect. right? So my mom is a huge Yankee fan. It's the main thing that she looks forward to all the time is the Yankees. And there are times where the Yankee games will be blacked out. We're in New York and they will be blacked out on television. They will not be on television and they will only be on certain apps. Some games will be on, let's say, Amazon Prime.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Prime Video. Other nights, the game will be on the MLB app. Other nights, I'm like, this is New York, and we pay for cable at my house, bro.
Don't the Yankees have their own channel?
They have the Yes Network, and they're blacked out. How are you blacking out the game in New York?
On your own channel.
What are we talking about? It's crazy. Like, there are some nights where she doesn't even get to watch the game at all. She's like, I can't find the game. And I'm like, okay, Ma, let's find it together. Because I'm like, oh, you just can't find it. No, she's doing all the right shit. It's just not available. It's just not there. And I'm like, how is that possible that we're in New York and we're getting to a point where it's just stream. You have to have every single streaming service in order to have access to something like a sporting event where they have different games every week and different games and different schedules are licensed to different apps.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shit is crazy to me.
Yeah, so I think that we're just, they played the long game on us.
It's nuts. So now you end up with having a 10 app bundle that's costing you the same as a cable subscription.
Yeah, I hate it. I want to go back to centralizing all of our channels onto the same thing.
I agree, man. I
Bring back
agree.
Cablevision.
I never thought that they'd be able to pull this back. I swear to God, I thought cable was going to go away. Cable's not going to go away if they can get back into this mix of negotiating. But the problem is the companies that own these streaming services have massive capital to just dump into this and keep winning.
I think another thing is that what are the incentives for companies like Max and Netflix or any of these to also be available via the cable networks? So you're going to need both of them, right? So you look at Peacock or this person or that person, like some of these you could go back to cable and you might not still have them.
Yeah.
Because what's the incentive for them to distribute through the cable networks now?
There's no more. It would just be a matter of being stuck in a contract, kind of being stuck in a bundle contract, because that was the big way that they were surviving.
But those are kind of things of the past too. Like everybody's like, nobody does contracts anymore, right? It's always like, what they do is they sell you, like, I'll give you an example. Like
I mean the channel being part of a bundle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Not like users having a contract to subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? It's usually a month-to-month kind of thing. But we're way over the hour, dude.
Super over.
So you want to pull us out of here?
Thank you guys very much for rocking with us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Ray, Spaz, everybody who's in the chat, we appreciate you guys. We'll be back next Tuesday, back to our regularly scheduled program.
With a very, very, very special guest that we're going to plug right now. So Silvio D'Onofrio, which is, a comedian that we saw for the first time when we were at Kill Tony at Madison Square Garden. So he went up and murdered. I mean, he killed at Madison Square Garden, which was crazy. And, we were able to link with him at an event for, friends of ours, Brian, that was on our, Dromer House, that was on our podcast in the past, as well as the Derelicts, Dylan from the Derelicts and the Derelicts podcast. And he's going to be on. So Silvio is going to be on here on Tuesday. He's doing his thing right now on Instagram and on the internet. He's got these skits going on that he's doing, these comedy skits along with his stand-up that he's doing. And he's worked with some really great comedians and really, really incredible talent in the past. And we're excited to have him on. So he's going to be on next Tuesday, September 2nd. So make sure that you guys check us out. Make sure you are live on that episode, because I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to talk to him about his Kill Tony appearance. We're going to talk to him about everything he has going on, and he's going to be able to let you guys know where you can come and see him or where you can follow him and check him out. And it's going to be a great time. So thank you guys for checking us out tonight. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you never miss a single episode. And thank you to everybody that was live in the chat, like Berto said. And if you don't find us, because we're also on audio podcast platforms, if you don't find us on your favorite audio podcast platform, make sure you join the what?
Join a Discord. Join a Discord and harass us until we place your podcast, the podcast, on your obscure podcast listening platform. And that's it. Bye. That's it. Bye, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Come back next Tuesday. And the Tuesday after that. And every Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, as they say.
Yeah, can't say that.
Oh, we should start saying that. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we're talking about comic stores.
In case you didn't read between the lines.